Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Chris McGee, Danny Green, and James Worthy. We're obviously going to talk a lot about LeBron James in this show, but as far as the team goes, James, it's a big one.
It is.
Game 5 of the trip.
They all are. They all are on this road trip. They need to win, continue to win. I think they're 3-1 so far. So, yeah, this is a pivotal game. Obviously, it's a lot of motion. LeBron going back, and but they need to take care of business. You know, Cleveland's without a couple players. I believe Mobley's out, Garland's out, but they have been playing well. Donovan in particular. So they gotta have their antennas up from the beginning.
Yeah, Don's been hooping. So he's the main guy, especially with those other guys being out. Like Big Game said, every game is important, especially on this road trip right now. While you have some bodies being out, you have to stack up on wins. And I'm sure LeBron, it means a little bit more to him coming back to his old home. Sorry, old home. Jeez, we can't get that out. Trying to get his old home back to his old home, and a place where Bronny has grown up, and this is a special place for them. So for them to go back home, they definitely want to find a way to get a win.
It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a buzz in town anytime LeBron is back in Cleveland. Let's head out to Rocket Arena, check in with Laker reporter Mike Trudell. What's up, Mike?
What's happening, guys? Welcome to Cleveland. Well, definitely a buzz in this city, despite the fact that it's negative degrees in terms of wind chill. There were fans all outside the hotel. LeBron jerseys of all types, right? Some purple and gold, some blue, and some red from here in Cleveland. Actually, not really red. Got more kind of like, I don't know, maroon, I guess, right? But LeBron jerseys everywhere. Fans are just starting to be let in the arena here, Geeter, but I'm sure, I don't even, there's going to be, what, 10,000 probably LeBron jerseys in the arena. So that is where a lot of the buzz is about. Now, last year here in this city, this was the first time that Bronny James scored in a game. So kind of a unique memory for a father. And then LeBron sat next to Bronny in the post-game press conference and got to talk about it. This year, more centered just around LeBron. We just don't know. Could it be the last time that he plays in this building? Possibly. LeBron himself has said he doesn't know how many times he's going to have in each of these cities as he returns on the road. So a lot going into it. Certainly the focus on LeBron James. And then Geeter, as LeBron always says, the main thing being the main thing is trying to get a victory here. Lakers looking to snap the third straight team that's on a 4-game winning streak. So in other words, Dallas had won 4 straight, right? Chicago had won 4 straight. Lakers able to snap those. Cleveland has now won 4 straight. So that's the first thing on LeBron's mind heading into this one.
All right, good stuff, Mike. Have fun out there. It's going to be a good one, and we'll hear from Mike later in the show. LeBron James spent his first 7 years in the NBA with the Cavs, then rejoined them for 4 more years after his time with the Heat. And here are his career numbers with and against the Cavs. In 849 games with Cleveland, LeBron averaged 27, 7, and 7 on 49% shooting. In the 24 games facing the Cavs, the numbers are almost identical: 28 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 54% shooting. LeBron was 18 years old when he was drafted to the NBA. He's now 41, and for those numbers to be nearly identical is beyond remarkable, James.
Never seen it before.
Ever.
Not in this sport. Never seen a player come in out of high school without any college coaching, really, kind of on his own. I'm sure he had some mentors along the way, but he and his mom kind of just, dug in and did it their own. So I give him a lot of credit for paying attention to the game at an early age, know what he wanted to do with his talent, because he had the talent, but he also had to really get disciplined. I'm sure he watched everybody, MJ, the Kobe, he picked up a lot of insight along the way, but you got to give him credit. I mean, I was looking at this. Was that his rookie year, side by side?
Side by side.
He hadn't aged much. He looks, I mean, it's just, I've never seen it before, and just amazing how he's still getting it done, Danny.
And I don't think we'll see it again. We've never seen it before, and I don't think anybody's going to be able to duplicate this. He's special. Again, 28, 7 and 7, or 27 and 7. I haven't ever averaged that, and I play at the Bay Club sometime.
Yeah, you did.
My numbers are 19, 9 and 9, and been at 27, 7 and 7. So
that's funny.
He's been unbelievable. So to do it at 41, there's a lot of things. Guys have not done this even at 19, 20, 25. No. So he's doing some unbelievable things, especially at his age.
I think we've had players that are really good at 15 years in the league. Yeah. But beyond that, I mean, I can't see anybody 16 years, 17 years in the league.
It's a big drop usually.
It's a big drop at like 13th year, 14th.
Yeah, it's wild.
But his is amazing.
Listen, James, he hasn't announced his intentions yet, as Mike Trudell just said, playing beyond this season. It is year 23. He knows the end is near. He can at least see it. This his last trip to Cleveland, do you think? I go back and forth on it just to give you my answer.
Danny go first because I was watching him.
He already talked about this, didn't he?
Earlier this afternoon, and it was a good conversation. So I want to.
People think I'm crazy, man, and I might be. It's hard to fathom somebody playing 24 years in the NBA. So I think this is his last game, and I think they're going to celebrate it the right way. But I also can't imagine a world where we don't give him a farewell tour. I was expecting it to come like some point halfway through the season, like to let people know this is my last year. I haven't seen it yet, but also can't imagine him being at the end of somebody's bench and not playing at the top of his game, like doing his last year somewhere at a minimum or
that won't happen.
Or discounted price. So I think this is last year. I don't think he knows it yet. Sometimes your body lets you know later on. His body feels good, his mind feels good, so he's playing at a high level. But I think there's going to be a time where it's like he's going to look at himself, he's going to look at next year and be like, I'm not doing this again. I can't do this again.
The hard part for me, James, is the way he came into this season, hurt, missing training camp. I thought, okay, this is probably it. Does he want to go through all of this and the preparation? But now when I watch him play, I'm like, is he close to done yet?
He's still
that's
hooping.
the thing where I kind of go back and forth.
He's still hooping.
He's still hooping, and he did miss training camp. He's had that growing injuries. He had some nagging injuries over the last few years. So I love, like, I remember Kobe injured, limping out. He did have that great game, that last game. But I'd love to see LeBron go out healthy. He's broken all the records. I think this might be his last year. I agree with Dan. You know how hard it's going to be.
Yeah.
People say I'm crazy.
After this year.
And also the farewell tour, he definitely deserves it.
Yeah,
and just so much that's going to be behind it. People are like, there's no way he does not announce or let people know that he's leaving. And he's not going to do it. He has to play at least 1 more year is what people are thinking. So maybe I'm crazy. But I've been told worse.
Maybe he'll retire and they still have a farewell. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they can find a way to still.
Listen, as a player, this could be the last time playing in the city that you grew up in against the team that drafted you #1 overall back in 2003, because nobody knows the future, what it holds. Not even LeBron James, right, in terms of what's coming. Anything can happen. Do you allow yourself to take in the moment, or is this a business as usual?
I don't think he has much of a choice. There's going to be just so much going on. The emotions are going to be running high. They're going to give him a tribute. I feel like they're going to give him a lot of things.
Gotcha.
The fans are going to stand up. Everything that he does is going to be celebrated tonight. I hope they do it, because that's the right way to do it.
Unless they think he might join them one day.
Maybe, but again, it's going to be hard to avoid or ignore those feelings and emotions in this type of environment. So, yeah, I think he has to embrace it. He has to kind of just enjoy it, him and Bronny, and, kind of just soak it all in. But in the same sense, try to stay focused and not make the game about you and still try to get a win at the same time, which is the hardest thing to do in the world. Because I've been a part of different events like that. The hardest one, we were the Kobe thing. Trying to play a game after that. Emotions, obviously different emotions. But even when I came back to San Antonio, it's the emotional high adrenaline. It's just, and I've never played great in that building since I've left.
That's interesting.
So either you're going to play really great or you're going to play terrible. I feel like there's no in between because of the emotions. But he's been great his whole career. So I expect him to come out and play great. And those emotions, I think he's going to use it to his advantage. And it's going to allow him to take his game to another level.
You might not see it, but he'll talk about it after the game kind of thing.
Yeah. I just remember back the Cleveland Browns. You remember the football fumble on the 1 yard line when
of course.
They almost had a Super Bowl?
Yes.
And then they just never had anything there.
Yeah.
Until LeBron gave them a championship. And so they haven't felt the championship until he gave it to them. So that's a memorable feeling.
Strong pull.
That every time you see LeBron, you're going to feel that championship in your heart. And tonight's going to be one of those nights where they just look. They're going to feel that championship. They got a good team now, but they need to feel it. They're going to feel it tonight when the king comes in the arena.
Rocket Arena, showing respect to LeBron James outside of the Lakers locker room, celebrating the championship and Finals MVP he won with the Cavs back in 2016. Doncic was named the NBA Player of the Week on Monday, and for good reason. In 3 games, we're going to round up and say Luka averaged a triple-double, 34, 11, and 10. He shot 49% from the field and added 2 steals.
And that's the most impressive
per game, right?
The defense.
Man, listen, He leads the NBA in scoring. He's just around 34 points a game. SGA is the heavy favorite in the MVP race. Jokic no longer qualifies, so that means Luka is the clear number 2. Can you make a case for Luka to be a little bit closer in that race?
Absolutely. I mean, if they keep winning on this road trip, they can climb the ladder and get to the top 4 seed. If he's at 3, it's way easier. But if he gets to 4 and he's still leading the league in scoring, but also assisting, rebounding, and instead of the deflections, defensively, he's picked it up a notch. I watched that Denver game. Even though Jamal Murray was hitting tough shots, he was there. He was in contested shots. He's sliding his feet. He's jumping up. He's carrying more. He's getting in the lanes and doing everything that this Laker team needs him to do. Offensively, of course, carrying the load, but defensively, he's more in tune. But when he's hitting that 3 ball, that's when he's unstoppable. Yep. He's leading the league in step-back threes at 1.2 points per game, which I thought it was more than that. And LeBron's leading the league in fast break points per game. So those two, that dynamic duo has been very special. And again, Luka's just been on an unbelievable run that we haven't seen. We're taking it for granted because it just makes it look so easy. And the fact that also because he's not at the top of the league right now. If they were OKC and winning at number 1, then we would look at Luka as you know, SGA. But because they're not taking this they're not giving him as much credit as they should. But we're kind of taking it for granted.
And I looked at the last 7 games, James. That 3 ball is falling. He has 33 made in the last 7 games. That's 43%. So I think it should be a little bit closer, personally.
Yeah, I agree. And I think as he continues to impact the way the Lakers are winning, I think it's just like if they move up, as Danny said, and he's the key reason that they're winning with the assists and the rebound and every category. It's like Danny said, the defense is picked up. He moves closer to MVP, in my opinion.
I think he's going to get one before it's all said and done. And I don't see the Lakers letting him go, so he's going to get MVP at some point in a Lakers uniform. If it's not this year, you better believe in the next couple of years to come, he's going to be at the top of the heap. The Lakers will find the pieces surrounding him to make them a top 3 seeded team, and he'll be leading that group as well. But he definitely deserves to be in the conversation this year.
And right now, there's just something about being on the road, I think, that gets Luka going. I mean, he's averaging a triple-double basically on this road trip. Is there something, big game, you think, like when it comes to the crowd, you watch him kind of interacting?
Oh, he loves to talk.
He loves the silence.
Loves to talk.
It just gets him going
at
a little bit
home,
more.
there's nobody, antagonizing you. There's nobody, But when you're on the road, those first 3 or 4 rows, there's somebody that's going to get him hyped. And I think he really invites that to his game. He loves that. It's fun for him. And I don't think he takes it too personal, but I think he loves to chit-chat and shut up people. So on the road is good for Luka.
He doesn't get enough credit for his trash talking, in my eyes. Everybody talks about Draymond Green, but he's a chirper, man. I think he's one of the best in the game, and it's not just the other players, it's more so the fans. And he definitely embraces it, he enjoys it, he thrives in it when those fans start talking trash to him and getting after him, and it makes him want to play even better and kind of shut them up. So he very much loves to silence the crowd and telling those front row guys, shut up and watch me play.
He's an entertainer.
He got under Schroeder's skin, did he not?
Yes, he did.
They got a thing going from way back. I think they play against each other in the
Chris
summertime.
Dunn, he's got a lot of guys in the league.
He got smoke with a couple guys.
He
got some smoke with a couple guys.
A couple little personal rivalries. All right, Luka's been playing great as of late, and so is Rui Hachimura, by the way. So here's his new role coming off the bench. Here's JJ on what Rui's doing right.
Rui and Jackson in particular were really good tonight, and Rui now feels like, I know he had the 4 for 13 game recently, but it feels like he's kind of back in his groove. He had not taken a ton of shots and kind of, I don't think was playing well, and I told him that, so I'm not trying to call him out, but he wasn't playing well leading into his injury, and then it takes a little bit of time to get back in that rhythm, and it feels like the last few games he's back to who he was at the start of the year, and I think his defensive engagement, particularly the last 2 games, because in Dallas he had a great defensive game on tape as the low man, and again another good one tonight.
When you're coming off the bench, is there a change that you make to your pregame routine, whether it's just to make sure when you come in the game your rhythm is all the same?
It's the same. It just meant I just like I say, I gotta be more aggressive. When I come on, especially coming off the bench, I gotta be more, especially with the unit, second unit. I have to be, I get more touches, so I gotta be the guy that kind of involved in the offense, and I think that's what's working. Yeah.
So Rui started 27 games this year, but since his return from injury, he's been coming off the bench the last 8 games, and he's basically been a starter his entire time here after he got traded. He was coming off the bench for those couple of months, but ever since then, he's been the starter. How difficult of an adjustment is that, and do you like his comments about needing to be more aggressive with that second unit on the floor? That's what's changed for me. He understands it.
Yeah, he understands it. He can be, but I think it was with Danny the other night. We were talking about, we were mentioning that with Austin Reeves on the floor, LeBron on the floor, and Luka, it's just not a lot of shots.
Yeah,
just
or
not
touches.
And our touches, and he needs it. I mean, with the talent that he has, and I think he's realized that, I don't have to start. Probably don't have to guard that tough defender right away. Or guard the tough offensive guy. I can look back and I can, take my time, see what's going on. If he's really into that kind of mentality, and when I go in a game, I can just blast away and go and get busy. And so they want him to be aggressive. I think it's a great move. Him coming off the bench. I hope he stays there because our bench with him,
It's gotten better.
It's gotten better
For sure. And your question, to try to answer as best I can. The range of difficulty, it all depends on your mindset, right? And his mindset, he has the correct one. He's approaching it. Some guys, it's really hard. If you're a starter your whole career, I've come off the bench, I've started some, so I've been able to know what it's like. It also depends on what your role is coming off the bench. His role seems like a better one than it is when he's starting, according to all of us and what Big Game was saying. He's able to just come in and score instead of coming in and just defend and then stay in the corner. That's a lot different. So he's coming in to hoop, to play his game. So it's an easier adjustment for him. And also his mindset is, I want to win and I don't care about it. As long as I finish the game or if I'm able to play my game, he's taking it in good health. There's some guys it's a very hard adjustment for, but Rui is making JJ look very genius-like right now with making this move. I know JJ's hinted at sometimes in the past, and I thought it might have been Austin at one point.
Yeah.
He was calling Austin, you're more like a Jamal Crawford type of guy. I'm like, I know he's great. Austin's a starter at any point in this league, but just to balance out the roster and the team and the depth, you need some scoring off the bench, and Rui is kind of taking that role right now and being that guy.
So Rui's not just picking it up on the offensive end, but JJ praising his defense, too. So time for a little Access 360. Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Yeah.
Good time.
Good times. Danny going to the wall. We're
Let's
talking
get to
Rui
it,
defense?
Man. Yeah, a little defense. Not just Rui, but the whole group, man. And I got to give a lot of credit to also Vando, picking up full court. Marcus Smart. But as you can see here, Rui is taking on the challenge. They're showing crowd, getting back in transition where they're weak at, sliding his puppies a little bit. Gets in front, gets a little swat with the left hand, stays in there, everybody's talking. Look at Vando. In the right spot, right time, playing the pass lanes, getting out and running, getting an easy deuce. Vando's been really good at that. Obviously, LeBron James is great at it. Jake LaRaven's gotten better at it. Vando, another guy, getting in the passing lanes. Right here, body to body, being physical. You see Rui, hands on Clay, not letting him run free. And you also see Vando, got physicality on P.J. Washington. They talk it out, they communicate, they get the switch here. Nothing easy for Clay coming off a pin down. Same situation, drive, kick, swing, slide his feet, stays in front of him, gets that contest with 2 hands, makes P.J. shoot over the top, miss, they getting out and running, and then they can get some offense. Here on the defense against the Bulls, they're all talking. They're building a wall here. You see that there's a lane. Vucevic kind of gets out a little bit early, slips out, a little miscommunication, but Jackson Hayes cleans it up. You got 3 guys in the paint. Vooch doesn't make the right read, doesn't see it. They have high hands, and then Rui comes in for a weak side block, easy one. Might have got away with one, but we'll take it, get out and running. And because Vucevic is so angry, Rui gets out, gets an easy transition 3 ball. This is what happens when you play some good defense. Sometimes the offense will complain. You might get some easy looks, but you get out and running. Here goes on defense again, out of bounds play. Rui gambles a little bit. They full rotate to each other. You see Marcus Smart rotating to Josh Giddey. They're still paying attention. Vucevic wide open at the basket. Rui doesn't give up on the play. He sees it happening, recovers. Vucevic tries to get the dunk. Easy block. Nothing, gets out and running for the offensive end. And then Bron, the slow break right here. Best in the business doing what he does. Meet, get to that left hand, finish. Leads the league in NBA transition points per game at, I think it's 1.2 points per game. No, that's Luka with 3 points. I think he gets 2.5.
41 years old?
41 years old, still leading the league in transition baskets. I think it's him and Tyrese Maxey. He's in the conversation with Tyrese Maxey, and he's 41 years old.
Unbelievable.
Talk
Great
about
breakdown
impressive.
right there. Good
Thank
job,
you. Not
Rui.
too bad.
Love
some
seeing
good
Rui.
defense, right? We got a chance to talk some good defense about the Lakers. We don't get to do that often.
Jake LaRavia has become a staple in our pregame show rotation, and for good reason. He's not only averaging 10 points per game, he's also the only Laker to appear in all 45 games this season.
Iron Man. For all Jake, for insurance purposes.
Plus, the Lakers are halfway through the 8-game road.